Welcome in once again to the Yugioh Fresh Off the Press community, where we analyze the current posts, trends, and forecasts of the Yu-Gi-Oh markets. We're here to feed that endless, eternal Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard market watch addiction, guys. You guys already know. Welcome in. Make sure to just double check for your boy here. Click that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Today we're going to be talking about just cards for the budget life on that cheap janitor salary, guys. Shout out to Sage, man. Always have fun with that. Just go over a couple of stonks, that I think people should be keeping in mind. So let's dig in. Show me the cards, Jay. Here they are. Eradicator Epidemic Virus, of course, is a card that everyone and their mom is talking about, with the Labyrinth stuff going on at high-end tournaments just taking over. A card that could be used by them or against them as well, but they use to call spell in that tournament and just rip the hand away. It's just broken. It's a very flexible card that has easy requirements based on one dark with 2,500 attack or more and Labyrinth, that's easy. So it's easy to get done. Everyone's already talking about it. So I'm not going to go too much into depth into this card in the sense of just remember about the stonk though, because a lot of people were checking out, maybe the secrets or the ultras. And I won't lie, those ultra rares here, that mid-max rarity is not bad, but it is 7 billies here. But if you just want access to the card, Wild Survivors just came out. It's already at under 100 listings. So I wanted to make sure to highlight that. So as you can see here, and not too many walls of China. Let's see, page 2. Yeah, okay, right here at around 19 cents. So not bad. I could see this card being a Billy down the line, and people are calling, this to be hit on the Banlist and all that good stuff. But I mean, when is the next Banlist? You know what I mean? Before then, I could see this card pump up. The demand is here, and things, when the WCQ is here, people don't care about price. They just care about getting their cards in their hands that they need. Today I wanted to discuss about a little bit in the sense about Battles of Legend Monsters Revenge. I know everyone, other Yugi too, everyone's reviewing this set, and don't worry, I'm gonna review it as well. I'm just a guy, I need to see pictures here, of course. That doesn't mean that the market is not fluctuating, that people are not getting the cards they need and things of that nature. But again, these are pre-sales. I'm the person that sometimes I discuss pre-sales and buyouts and things of that nature, but I like to wait for the product to come out, see those visuals there. I'm a visual guy, just the pictures, and then I'll make sure to do a full set review, so stay tuned for that. And on that note, everyone already forgot about the previous Battles of Legend, Crystal Revenge. Everyone is like, Monsters Revenge, the QCSRs, they look beautiful, you know what I mean? And the new cards fresh off the press, they just came out, and I want those and the reprints and this and that and the other, and all that is good and well. I'm on that camp as well. I'm just like you guys. I'm addicted to Yu-Gi-Oh, but that doesn't mean that we forget. When they forget, we remember. Everyone forgot about Crystal Revenge already. Why? Because that's the old Battles of Legends set now, and it is what it is. But hey, we remember, and I want you guys to keep in mind that there's still great value in this set. On the higher end with Access Code Talker, which has been dumping a little bit, and Savage has been dumping a little bit. Borload, Savage Dragon. Celine is maintaining consistent, and I like this, man. I like this. I believe this is a great opportunity to pick up this card right now. I don't see it going much lower. Maybe 5 billies the lowest, but I think is up from here. The card is consolidating right now. The demand is there. I personally have my playset, and I'd love to get an RO9, but I don't know. We'll see. And then we have, we have number F0 Utopic Draco Future. Another secret rare from Battles of Legend, Crystal Revenge. As we can see here, this is a great card. It's a great card. If we check it out real quick, we see that it does have other versions, but the other one is an ultra rare from King's Court. This card is hard to get overall. You have a max rarity secret with lower listings now, and then you have the previous ultra here at 81 listings for around 6-7 billies. I would just go for the secret, guys. Honestly, I think this is a great pickup for the long term. Is off the lows of 5 billies. That's when I got my playset. And yeah, I just have a playset. I like to go in sets like these, just pick up playsets at 5 billies. Cards like these have potential, guys. You can pick them up at 4, 5, 6 billies. Everyone forgets about them, and then you come in, you're on that janitor salary. You're like, man, I'm stretching it, 5 billies. Usually I like true penny stocks at a billy or under, but even at 5 billies, I love cards like these because the potential is there. You can buy at 5s, sell minimum at a 2x at 10s, and cards like these, you never know if they ever reach 15s or 20. Why? Because secret rares hard to get from sets like these. If they spike, they spike, and if people end up needing this card soon, then and they need access to it, only 2 printings, and they're both hard to get. I love cards like these. Definitely one to keep in mind. A lot of potential. And then, as you saw there, we're going to discuss Chaos Space, but before we do, again, then you have Toon Blackluster Soldier as well, is another one that I would definitely keep in mind right here, you know, as that higher end over 5 billy mark per se. It's a Toon card. It's going to get hard to get. Toon, you know, there's a lot of collectors out there, and me personally, I have my playset because I just have a Toon deck for fun. I like it. And then Clockwork Knight, really like this one. Works well with machines, obviously, at 6 billies. You know, it's single print. This card is single print, so you guys know, man. Single print cards, if they ever get the demand, you know what I mean? You see a retracement here on the chart a little bit. Single print secret from Crystal Revenge. I really like it. Now more into the penny stonkish levels of things. Chaos Space. You guys know we talk about this this card non-stop on the channel. We can see the consolidation here off the lows, and I really like this card. Again, Dragon Links are running rampant around the meta. Under 100 listings already. Card only has 2 prints and the CR, which is the super from Toon Chaos. Just come get the secret. You see a couple of walls here. It's just giving you guys an opportunity at 3 billies. Don't be paying 5 billies down the line. As you can see here, there's walls. The supply is here, but all in all, under 100 listings already. And I really do like the secret prayer. Then you have Fusion Destiny, another one. I think the DPE engine was being sneaked up on what deck was it? It was one of these decks lately. I forgot. Someone mentioned the name, but the whole point is that Fusion Destiny is a card that is going to be needed. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to need access to this card at one point, most likely. And right now, a lot of consolidation near the lows. I like this, man. Honestly, I don't see this card going under a billy anytime soon. And after these are eaten up, man, these are just deals. I think 2 billies is going to be that minimum standard, and then just go up from there to 3s and eventually 5s. Why? Because it's secret rare, mid-max rarity. If you don't have the OTs, you're going to want these. Some people are going to want the OGs. I think they're ultras, right, when they came out. But honestly, this is the one that I would go for. And then DD Crow. On the live stream, we were talking about this card and just how people forgot about this hand trap. It's the forgotten hand trap. I always like to say right now, no one's talking about it. No one's using it for the most part. And it's just such a great card. Level 1 Winged Beast. Again, it goes for the grave. It's just always has that flexibility to be played, as most decks work with the graveyard one way or another. And as you can see, a low of 50, 60, 75 cents bumped up to billy 36, now retracing back down to a billy. You got a couple of deals here, but the main wall is at 82 cents. I like this card, man. At under a billy, I think this is a very good long-term penny stock. Just very good. So much potential to make money with Yu-Gi-Oh in the long term. As you can see here, 143 listings. Yes, I get it, but for the long term, again, it's a multi-format card. You can play to win Edison as well, as I have in my side deck for Edison, for my Edison deck. And it's just such a great card. Of course, it does have the OT, the DTs. It has the secret rare reprint in the new Speed Duels box and things of that nature. So it has a lot of versions, a lot of ultra reprints. But again, a holographic DD Crow, these were all monies before the reprint. They were all money. And this got reprinted, and now it's down to these prices. Take advantage of a card like that. Then you have Ian Shuffle. Wow, what a dump this card has made. I will be honest with you guys. I was buying this card between 3 and 5 billies. So right now I'm at a loss. Yikes. But again, we on that janitor salary. I'm gonna continue to DCA dollar cost average into these cards. Just continue to buy. Look, you have a couple of deals here before it's a 2 billy card and beyond once again. So not bad at all. 131 listings. I think this will be a good long-term stock. I mean, it depends when Konami decides to reprint this, maybe as an ultra, super, who knows, right? But for now, single print secret hero card, I really do like this one, honestly, guys. I would definitely keep this one in mind. You see the demand coming in. The hero community is massive, guys, so you definitely want to keep this card in mind. Then you have the Evil Twins. You have Sickle, man, always these enunciations, man. And then Lila, as you can see here, off the lows of $1 billion some change to almost $3 billion. Wow. Excuse me. As we can see here, 41 listings only. Wow, $2 billion 50 cents card. You do have a R09 there, but after that, it becomes a $3 billion staple, yo. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. The demand coming in for this card. And as we can see here, is near all-time highs. I never count this dump as the pre-sale dump, you know, but we had a low of under $1 billion. Wow, the card is already almost $3 billion and pushing that previous all-time high to make a new one and just go parabolic. So, wow, what a card. Definitely, this is the pink one. The blue one is cheaper. We can see it's actually retracing back down to the mean a little bit. As we can see here, around 70 cents at under $1 billion. Don't let this one become this one's price before you need it, guys. You get it now at under $1 billion at a deal if you're gonna play Evil Twins, or maybe even as an investment, because these secret rares look clean cut, fresh off the press, just like the channel, guys. You guys already know. Then we have man, these names, bro. Let's just keep it at Lord of the Swords from Sayak, the secret rare. We talked about it. This card was around like 60 cents last time we talked about it. I picked up my R09, and right now it's a Billy card, really. You have a couple of play sets here, but it quickly goes up to a Billy 40. You do have at the Billy 20 here, 16 copies, but that's already up 20% or more, like 25% from the current deals, under 100 listings. And like we discussed, what I like about cards like these, when I see the sneak peek at these prices, you know, it makes me want to go in and pick up the max rarity secrets. Look, sneak peek are 4 billies, 48 listings. Yo, when the demand comes in for this one, that's it, man. Higher rarity. I really, really do like this card. Definitely another stock to keep in mind. Then we have number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. You know, one of you guys, I don't know if it was in the stream or in the comments, man, leave a comment down below if it was you, you know, to make sure I comment back and thank you for that. You guys mentioned number 107 with heading into what do you call the new level 8s that we talked about in this video right here. We talked about the rank 8s and the level 8s that are coming out, those new god cards. I forgot right now, but yeah, with those you get, this is another rank 8, you know, one that I forgot to mention that is very good. You know, the ghost rare is up there in price. You have an ultimate rare, then you have a couple of ultras. Yo, imagine a secret of this, a secret rare number 107. Yo, Konami slacking, bro, honestly, if you ask me. But yeah, honestly, I would focus on this card. You have 3 ultra rare prints, a Megaton, the OG, and then a Battles of Legend Light's Revenge. So and then you have the budget. Excuse me, you have the budget rares from Maximum Gold and then even common. So it's a readily available low-end stonkish card down here. But I would go honestly for the ultra rares right here. As you can see, you know, they're holographic, they're ultras, and they look nice. Definitely one to keep in mind. You know, let's go for the cheaper ultra. As we can see here, dumping down from $2 billion. Couple of deals here. I believe, look, only 34 listings. It's a hard card to get. The demand is there. Definitely want to have access to this rank 8. As you know, it does a lot of shenanigans, and yeah, definitely a good one to keep in mind. Then we have Totem Dragon. Again, I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware. Look at this chart. It was a $2 billion card, just dumping down to the Billy 15 range with a massive, massive wall of 60 copies here. 40 listings only. Now would be the time at around that Billy range that I'm considering, you know, finishing off my R09. Just over this common, you know, it's the reprint. It was hard to get the OG print, and it's an iconic card for a past format, and you want to have your hands on a card like this. I believe is going to be a great investment, even as a common, guys. I get it, it's a common, but there's some commons out there that are worth a couple of shekels, you know. So if you get it at $1 billion, you can 2, 3s, 4s, 5s down the line. That's all X's, 2, 3, 4, 5X. So definitely one to keep in mind. And also Ilbud, I always mention this one. Just wanted to let you guys know it's consolidating near the lows now. So you want to make sure at around $1 billion here. I like it. I like this card at $1 billion, and I believe this is going to be worth a couple of shekels down the road. Really like the artwork. That's crazy, and it's going to be a hard card to get, and collectors like this card. So definitely a lot of potential there, guys. Don't forget, link in the description down below. You can check us out here. We have our link tree, centralized resources. Don't forget, on a commute, or maybe you're bored at work, whatever, we have the semi-limited podcast episode here with those boys. They did a great job over there. And then Haver, man, I love this episode, man. One of my favorite podcast episodes that I've recorded as of yet. Just great content. Make sure you guys check those out. And then the socials, don't forget, you can pick and you're choosing, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, the Twitters, Discord. Make sure you check us out over there. And then don't forget, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click that bell, as it really does help out with the channel, to keep you guys informed with live streams, giveaways, and all that good stuff, our fresh off the press content. Thank you so much. You guys are the straight MVPs, and destroy that like button, as it helps out with the algorithm, just to find great people like you guys as well. And don't forget, guys, that none of this content is official financial advice, is for entertainment purposes only. Continue to show me the cards, Jay. Well, before we do, today's episode, we're going to do a Fresh Friday feature, guys, with none other than Renz, man. Such a great, valuable community member. He's always in the comment section. He's always providing those uplifting comments, and he has his own channel. If by any chance you're into gaming, dancing, lifestyle videos, you can check out his channel. He's almost at 2K, so shout out to Renz, man. Wow, he has an amazing channel there. I love, his thumbnails. Checked out his videos, you know what I mean? And just the quality and the editing, man. Honestly, he does a very, very good job. So yeah, let's make sure to bring him on now. Let's have Renz on today for our Fresh Friday feature, bringing it back, with none other than Renz. So let's let him in, man. All right, Renz. Hey, how's it going, brother?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for asking, man. It's wonderful, to have you on. I asked, and you were welcoming, because I just always appreciate the support that you provide to me and the channel. And also you make great valid points on your comments, just always providing that insight, in the Yugi verse. So yeah, I just wanted to pick your brain today. And yeah, let me know if you have any thoughts before, we get at it. Maybe anything you want to say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you brought up that whole idea of providing value, and I'm just so honored to be here because you are always providing value every day, Jay. And I think that's really one of the biggest things you got going for you. And it's even with the other Fresh Friday features, that's what people bring up. It's like, I love the daily content. So, I'm just here, if anything, to just give back to you just as much as you've given back to the community. So it's amazing what you're doing, brother. Keep it up.
Awesome, man. I will do. Thank you so much for that feedback. And yeah, we'll definitely get to that with one of the questions a little bit more in depth. But thank you so much, man. I'm glad you appreciate the value. The Yu-Gi-Oh community has been amazing, just showing that support with the comments. And yeah, we just try and mix it up, man. That's the goal with the Fresh Friday feature. Just I don't see other Yugi tubers like, and maybe they have their own reasons, maybe it's not viable, it doesn't help with the views, things of that nature. I get it, I get it in that sense. But me, I want to mix it up, you know what I mean? At least every once in a while, just let a community member, a great one, like you per se, and the ones that have been on in the past, just provide their insight, because you guys know so much. I believe in the community, there's so many brilliant minds that usually don't get the opportunity to showcase or display their abilities or talents or thoughts, with regards to the Yugi verse. So that's what's behind with the Fresh Friday feature, and I'm just glad to have you on, brother. So I'll go ahead and start with the first question. What Yu-Gi-Oh topic of your choosing do you want to talk about today? I think it's about buying and selling cards, right? So I'm gonna let you get to it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Again, appreciate it.
Yep.
So, I think for me, I would say take a lot of the stuff I say with a grain of salt.
Okay.
These are just tactics that have worked for me, but with a good amount of consistency, which is why I still feel confident sharing all this.
Awesome.
I'm definitely more of like a high risk, high reward person, in the sense that
Interesting.
I will invest in pre-sales,
Oh,
but I make very educated investments when I take what I like to call a holistic approach.
mm,
And so for me, that's doing stuff like following Instagram pages like Yu-Gi-Oh! News TCG or YGO Paladin or Ready for Duel. I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing those as clear as I can.
yeah. I follow two of those three as well. So I like that. Yeah. I
Yeah,
follow them.
exactly. And even turning on the post notifications so that as soon as there's an update, I'm ready to go. Just like I have Jay's notifications turned on, which All of you guys better have that.
Awesome. I
Um,
appreciate it. They better, right?
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I follow pages like that on Instagram and Twitter. And then on top of that, I'm following the OCG. I love hearing metagame reports. And creators got to support creators. So I want to give a shout out to Leo D Gaming. And Jay, I'm actually DMing the username to you right now.
Okay.
This way,
Okay.
if you want to feature it like
Sure.
in the description or put
Sure,
in the
sure.
comments somewhere.
Okay. Of
But
course.
what I love, I feel like the hidden gems are in those smaller Yugi tuber channels where they still play and participate in the meta in the OCG,
Mm-hmm.
and they give really detailed tournament reports and show a bunch of deck profiles. So those are the type of Yugi tubers I'm interested in. It's those smaller creators who give their insight on it. And then what I
Wow.
do is, as they're showing these deck lists, I keep it simple. I say, what are the cards that keep popping up? But on top of that, what are cards that have also always been good? So I'm not just like looking at cards and I'm just buying them out, but I'm really looking at, okay, could this be applicable to the TCG? Because you always got to keep that in mind. It's different formats, right?
Right.
But just to put things into perspective, that's how I was able to pick up my Solemn Scoldings
Mm.
very cheap, because I already saw these were being played in Kashtira deck lists, right? This was before the ban list.
Okay.
Another good example I saw
Mm-hmm.
was I found out about a good tech, anti-magic arrows,
Oh, yo.
which the Yugi tuber pack, yeah, he actually featured this as a spicy tech. And it's definitely calmed down now, but at one point it was close to the $10 range.
Wow.
And I love it because it basically says, if you're running back row, you got to shotgun everything in the main phase. Otherwise, I'm going to OTK you, or I'm going to build my board, and then good luck when I pass turn.
Yeah, I
Because you
remember.
can't even respond to it.
Yeah, I remember this card. It only had a single print back then. Yeah, it's broken. That's crazy. This tech card, I forgot about it. Usually when they forget, we remember. Now it was the other way around. But I like this card. I really do. Yeah, this is a great notice there. And then with the Solemn Scolding as well. Yeah, we've talked about it on the channel here. Right now I have it on screen. It's a 4 or 5 Billy card. So I believe this is a great one because it only has 2 printings and they're both secret rares and hard to get. So I really like that as well. And then the Leo D Gaming. Yeah, man, small channels, that's where it's at, man, because we have that grind mentality, that hunger, to push out quality content. And as I can see here, that's a great perspective to have on the markets, just to, have that vision and look ahead, but actually with evidence of seeing people playing, OCG decks and the cards that they're heavily using, and then just putting your money where your mouth is. So I really like this approach that you have towards investing, man. I really do. And then pre-sales, for example, let's say with Battles of Legend here, we have pre-sales. So maybe you're someone that you would be going in right now and checking out these pre-sales, or would you wait until the product actually comes out?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I already saw that conversation coming up, even in the Discord, which everybody should join, by the way, if
Yeah,
you haven't already.
listen to
Um,
Renz. Listen to him, man. He knows what he's talking about. Make sure you check out, the Discord. I appreciate that shout out. But would you be investing in Battles of Legend, like in these pre-sales, or would you be an investor more like waiting on the sidelines before actually picking any of these up? The Battles of Legend Monsters Revenge, for example.
Yeah, great question. So I actually did already invest a little bit.
Nice.
I think this was one of those sets where I wanted to be a little bit more careful,
Mm,
because a lot of the prices were pretty ridiculous,
right.
especially for the quarter centuries.
Yeah,
Um,
they're up there. That's a good point. That's
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
But
a good
but
point.
again, if you follow like the Yugi tuber Yak scene, he's another great source. He
Yeah, I've
gave
seen
insight, especially on the card duality. And I was looking at other websites like Kong's cards, and then I think Tier Zero,
Mhm.
and a lot of them had duality to the 20 and high $30 mark.
Yep.
So I mean, even just comparing, I saw on Gamer's Choice it was 15. I was like, okay, that's not bad. And it did get bought out, so now it's like $20 if you wanted to pick up duality now. And
Yeah.
so I only got 4 copies.
Okay. Well, at least you got
It's
more
weird.
than a
Sometimes
playset.
actually,
Mhm.
you bring up the RO9J, but I
Yeah.
kind of have a RO4 rule. Like, I
Ah,
think for me, I like to just have 1 copy. I don't really need playsets for myself,
I like
so I
that.
like to have 3 to sell, 1 to keep. So that's my little
Nice.
RO4 rule that I like to
Okay,
keep.
okay. Well, more with cards that maybe you're not gonna play, or maybe like, or if you want to play
Yeah,
duality,
sure.
then exactly right. Like, Like
That's a
you're
fair
like,
assessment.
yeah, yeah, from an investor standpoint where you're like, you don't want access to the card to actually play it. I like that because then you have 3 to sell and then you just have 1 to keep just in case it goes parabolic or the card just everyone needs it, the demand goes sky high, then you have that extra copy to plus off. So I like that. RO4, man. I
Exactly. And
like
then the
that.
best
Yeah.
part too is that if things go downhill, then at the very least I have a playset and then I have one to sell in the future.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's like a win-win.
Exactly. Yeah, like if anything, you're like, you don't want actually want to play this card, then you have your own playset, and then you can still sell one where you still make some sort of profit or pluses off the card. So I like that. I like that mentality. Yeah, because you're right. That's a good point, and I really like that thought process because, not all the time we have enough like disposable income to like just get an RO9 of like all these cards we want. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Usually we
Yeah.
go RO9s on cards that are like 5 billies and under or penny stonks. Because if they're like 10 billies and you're getting 9 of that's almost triple digits, that's almost $100 after tax. So you know what I mean? So
Facts.
definitely like definitely like your insight with regards to that. All right. So let's go to number 2. Just very briefly and quickly, give us your story about why you love Yu-Gi-Oh! And before you do, guys, we're changing up, the Fresh Friday feature a little bit. Now it's gonna be 5 questions instead of 3. But we've condensed those, even though it's more questions, or it seems like it, to get over those a little bit quicker. But great insight by Renz. Let's start off with just quick story about why you love Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
Yeah, to put it simply, I
Yeah.
love the emotions and memories that it evokes. Because like I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh with my brother a lot at my
Okay.
grandma's house,
Hmm.
and I think even just that the simplicity of being a child and having all this free time to like play Yu-Gi-Oh,
Right.
it brings up a lot of great memories for me. And then on top of that, I love the video games. I played a lot of Forbidden Memories. I know people have
Oh.
mixed feelings on that, but I
Right.
loved
Right.
it.
Right. Right.
Summoning
Right.
a big monster,
Yeah. Yeah.
no
Yeah.
sacrifices
Yeah.
needed. You just win the
Yeah.
game.
That power, right?
Exactly. I felt so powerful
Yeah.
playing that. And then I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Spirit Caller on the DS. That was a lot
Okay.
of fun too.
Yeah, back in the
So
day.
I just
Mhm.
associated with different stages of my childhood, and I think of simpler times when I had more free time.
Right, yeah, right. So nostalgia is that big factor, right? Just going back, reliving those memories through today's cards too, and just being able to purchase cards and collect cards, even, maybe as a casual collector and things of that nature. You always go back to the memories and the emotions. So I really like that insight, man. I appreciate you sharing, that story with us. And then the next question is, what is your penny stonk of the day?
Yeah, I've been waiting for this question. So
Awesome.
my personal pick is gonna be the ultra rare Royal Prison from Ghost from the Past,
Awesome.
and mainly because when I'm also looking at a lot of cards, I think floodgates always come in and out of the format, and that includes unique floodgates too. Like we saw Power Filter got a buyout.
Hmm.
So I like this because there's only one holo printing,
Hmm.
and you can look at the sales, and it has pretty consistent weekly sales. Like people are always getting their copies, a lot of play sets. Some people are buying like anywhere from 5 to like 17, 18 copies at a time.
Hmm.
So I think it's just a solid pick.
I like it. I like it. Honestly, just read it real quick. Monsters cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. That's broken. And again, we're getting that new support that we talked about, like the Egyptian, the level 8 new cards. I talked about it in a short. Let me see. Can we see it here? Maybe, maybe not. It was here, and it was in Age of Overlord. Where is it? Right here. This short. The new Egyptian cards that were announced, the level 8s right there. Those are gonna be good. So if you flip this floodgate on them, then they can't bring those monsters back to the field. I believe so. Don't quote me on that. Just having that general idea. That just came to my brain per se of that possibility. But even if it's not with that specific instance, this card again, monsters cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. Everyone uses the grave for the most part, and people like to obviously special summon their monsters from the graveyard. So there's a great floodgate that it's underrated. Not many people are talking about. I like the potential, and I believe this is a very, very solid pick. By Renz. Obviously, here we see there is a lot of listings. The card is cheap, and there's a lot of walls of China, as I like to say. But honestly, all it takes is just a little bit of demand, maybe a regional top, or another Yugi tuber to mention it, or this and that and the other, and all of a sudden listings goes down. Card is hard to get with only 2 prints. This being the only holographic. So I appreciate that insight, Renz.
Yeah, man, of course. And
Awesome.
now, start really quick. I just
Yep.
forgot, because I'm Renz, I gotta say there's no other card that I would pick than the Silent Wabi. Let's go.
Let's get it, the silent Wabi. Don't you have like a small poem or something, man, with regards to that small phrase?
Oh, okay, bro. All right, check it, check it. Roses are red. Yu-Gi-Oh ain't just a hobby. I got my RO9 of the Silent Wabi.
Let's
Let's go.
go. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it, man.
And
Love it,
for
love it, man.
people who are like, who is this Renz dude? He's crazy. Well, you're right, but also like, I'm not
Oh,
obsessed with this or
man.
anything. But on Jay's post titled, post YCS Philadelphia market makes big moves. You can find that. Clearly not obsessed.
Yeah.
At the 21-minute 4-second mark, the way Jay said Silent Wabi was just so funny. And then like from that moment, I was like, oh, I gotta hear him say Silent Wabi. Like, that's just hilarious.
Let me see. Let's look it up. That's 21 or 4. Let's listen it. Let's listen in. I searched the video. Let me see. I don't know if you can hear it, but let me, at least the people, let me check it out. Help your boy Jay from Fresh Off the Press understand this in the comment section down below. Single print from Premium Gold. Silent Wabi, man. Like, what is this? We caught it there. Silent Wabi, man. What is this? What's going on, Renz? Yo, thanks for your comment on that video. And yeah, man, it was amazing, man. Just having a blast. That's what I like to bring, to the community. Just those good vibes, those good energy, not that seriousness. Like, oh, we're doing this market watch and we're talking about this card and like robotic. Nah, I want it to be like laid back, just when you come to see your boy Jay's from Fresh Off the Press video, just easy peasy, even keel, just having a good time. So I appreciate the Silent Wabi shout out, man. That's just amazing, Renz. Thank you so much, brother. So, all right.
Man, thank you.
Yeah, the last two questions here is about the channel. Let's start off with, is there any one thing you would want to change? Just any constructive feedback about the channel, maybe certain new content or things of that nature?
Yeah, it might go a bit against the grain of what you've been told, but I can speak from someone who's networked with a lot of YouTube creators in different niches. But I know you've gotten the feedback of don't be afraid to try new things, like have deck profiles and stuff. But I also want you to know that if you find that that's not working, don't be afraid to just stick with what you know is good and what you're known for. I don't think there's always a need to feel this pressure to like make all these different types of content. And I'm not saying don't take any risks at all. I think that's one of the beauties of being a creator. You can try different things.
Yeah.
But I think just keep that in mind. Like, you don't have to, I don't want you to feel like forced to put out some gaming content or like dueling or deck profiles. But if you want to, by all means, man, go for it. But
love the feedback. Yeah, just wanted to touch on that. Yeah, I mean, I obviously noticed what I noticed just analyzing other channels too. It's just that like there's niches within niches. So like, let's say the niche of my channel, let's say is Yu-Gi-Oh, because we're not talking about a sport, we're not talking about finances, we're not, we do invest, but like stocks or this or that or the other. We're not talking about movies or this. No, we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, but within Yu-Gi-Oh, there's like a bunch of niches. There's deck profiles, there's market watches, there's a tier list, and there's news and this and that. So like, it's crazy. Like, when I analyze other people's channel, most people stick to a niche within a niche, and it works out well for them. And then obviously the bigger channels, they're big enough where they could just have different types of content and everyone is going to consume it. So I really love that feedback, man, and I appreciate it. Yeah, every once in a while I try and maybe do a deck profile and maybe do a pack opening and things like that. But yeah, for the most part, it'll be what it'll be. It'll be a market watch channel. And yeah, that's what people are going to know me for, and that's why they're going to come here. You know what I mean? Because even though if I do make a deck profile or I do show a pack opening, like, they know, their subconscious know that I'm not a channel that does that, on the daily or things of that nature. So, when I do it, most likely it would be sporadic. And even though, yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, you should do this and mix it up. I always try and like mix it up here and there, but the core will never change, and that's going to be the market watches. So I really appreciate that feedback, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, of course.
Awesome.
Also, when are we gonna get that JSMR?
Because
I've heard so many comments saying Jay has an amazing voice, and it's true. I'm just imagining like a live stream, like Jay reads like pendulum cards as you fall asleep because they got so much text on them.
I like that
I'm
one,
giving
man.
you ideas, Jay.
JSMR. I like that, man. From ASMR to JSMR. Yeah, I mean
Yes,
that's
sir.
that now that you mentioned that, like that's been one of the more surprising things, bro. Like just with this journey and starting the channel and when I'm on podcasts and and many of you guys in the comment, just the voice, like I never thought like my voice, I never like grew up or now even thought that my voice would be like a thing. You know what I mean? So it's crazy
Mm.
when you expose yourself to the universe and you put yourself out there, just, the opportunities that can come your way. And then, you learn stuff about yourself that if you wouldn't have known, and then people notice and things of that nature. So who knows, man? I'll need to find a way, to make more applications, on my voice or per se, where I can use it towards other things. So I appreciate that, man. I'll see what I can work out with that. But I appreciate, that insight. Yeah, the last question for today is, what's your favorite one thing about the Fresh Off the Press Yu-Gi-Oh channel?
Yeah, excuse me.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
It's definitely just your personality, Jay, because I feel like I've met a lot of creators, not just in the YouTuber community,
Mhm.
but a lot of creators when it comes to the amount of support they get.
Mhm.
I've noticed it's a common thing for them to kind of have favorites and only focus on like a few people who are supporting him.
Mm.
And I'm not saying like, don't rock with your ride or dies or your day ones, because that's
Right.
definitely important.
Right.
But at the same time, keep in mind your channel is growing because you're constantly getting new supporters who want to see you succeed and who appreciate the value you provide. And that's where your personality comes in, Jay, because I feel like you're so good at making everybody feel appreciated, because it's not just on YouTube, but it's on Discord. You're responding to all the comments, and you're not just saying like, it's not even robotic comments. You're not just saying like, thanks for watching, subscribe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Right.
the way you respond
Right.
is indicative of the fact that you actually take the time to look at them and appreciate them. And I think even as something as simple as that, Jay, like that's what's gonna continue making you bigger in the future, man, because you continue showing that you care. And not just for a few people, but it's for everyone. So I just hope you don't lose that about yourself, man. 'Cause
Wow,
it's
man.
amazing.
Yeah. I appreciate that feedback, man. I literally get the chills and butterflies just listening to that. And not just you, a lot of people, say the same thing, but just the way you described it, it really impacts me in the sense that, yeah, I just try and stay me, stay humble, stay grounded, and just keep that personality. Like I always say, it's all about the energy, the vibes, and that's why I created this. Yeah, exactly. Because I care, because I'm passionate. And, I just want to show that, and that it reflects in my content, in my videos. And yeah, the last part with regards to that is just inclusiveness. I really like that. I really want people to feel like they have access to me. It's like, oh, this Yugi tuber, he talks about cards I like and I really enjoy him. But, no, I want to be accessible per se. If you want to leave a comment, I'm going to respond. I'm going to take my time, showing exactly that I care and just want to make sure that the community feels as inclusive as they can with regards to me. And just what we do here, man. So thank you so much for that feedback, Renz. It really means a lot, and I appreciate that, brother.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to leave you with just one quote that I recently heard from one of my friends who's he's a very well-known editor in the dance community.
Mm.
But he said, everybody wants to eat, not everyone wants to cook.
Mm.
And I feel like people like you with your work ethic, you're definitely going to be eating a lot in the future, bro.
Man, I love to hear that. I love to
That's a
hear
good one.
that. Yeah, great quote, man. Great quote. And, may the universe hear you. That's what we're here for. We definitely want to be eating. We want to be full, but we also want to cook. You know what I mean? That's a
Yes,
good
sir.
analogy, man. I love it. I love it, man. I'm going to be cuffed, Chef J. That's going to be next, man.
Okay.
No, but I appreciate the feedback, the support as always through your comments, and now hopping on, the Market Watch. I really appreciate it. There's so much value with today's episode, just your insights, your thought process, your perspective, providing a different angle towards investing. And yeah, just as a fellow YouTuber, guys, don't forget, check out Renz. I'll make sure to leave his YouTube in the description down below. Even though it's a different niche, we can show support. He's almost around there at 2K. Let's get him to 2K. Any of you guys, again, maybe you don't follow the niche, whatever, but just support for Renz, just like he shows me in the community. I really appreciate, you hopping on, Renz. So yeah, any last thoughts before, I let you go?
I think just definitely keep supporting Jay and keep your eyes peeled because one of these days I'm excited to see Chef Jay cooking up that salad wabi. Let's go.
Where's
I was
Wabi,
trying to find
man?
a creative way to like throw it back in. I was like, just say it. Just say salad wabi. That's it.
Yo, look at that. We're gonna cook him up. Look at Wabi, man. But if I look,
Wabi.
we're gonna do that. I'm gonna cook him, and you take the first bite, brother.
Looking forward to it.
Because I don't want to take a bite of Wabi, man. You know what I mean? That thing looks scary, man. But I had a blast with you on today, man. Thank you so much for swinging by. And I'll let you go right now. So again, thank you so much, friends. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jay. Keep
All
up the
right.
great work.
Thank you, man. Have a good one. All right, man. That was your boy Renz, man. Again, check out his channel. Show some support, man. He's amazing, an amazing human, an amazing person. You can feel the energy, the vibes, even through his voice and just his thought process and everything he has to offer. Yeah, but with that one, guys, I'm gonna let you guys get out of here. Again, a little bit of a longer one today, but I don't mind going longer, on episodes like these, just providing this great value, man. So, hopefully you guys enjoy today's episode. All right, don't forget to subscribe, to destroy the like button if you like, everything Renz had to say. Just an amazing guy. Don't forget to click that bell to destroy the like button, to subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment down below. I'll make sure to answer each and every comment. Yeah, man, let me not make this longer than it has to be per se. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the mixture today, the Fresh Friday feature. Love making these videos. They're going to come with less frequency, but they're still going to come. All right, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's Market Watch and Fresh Friday feature. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Hope you guys have a good one.